Ladies and gentlemen, never stop growing. This is not just a phrase, it's a mindset, a way of living, a choice. The moment you stop growing, you begin to decline. Growth is the force that keeps us moving forward, that pushes us toward new possibilities, new challenges, new opportunities. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking the steps to improve and evolve, even when you feel uncertain or uncomfortable. Growth happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. It's about saying, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm moving in the right direction. The power of desire is one of the most transformative forces in our lives. It's the invisible energy that drives us forward, pushes us to achieve, and keeps us striving even when everything seems to be working against us. Desire is not just a wish or a fleeting thought. It's a deep, burning need, an internal fire that refuses to be put out. It's what makes us wake up early in the morning and work late into the night. It's what keeps us going when others are quitting, when the road gets rough and the obstacles seem insurmountable. Desire is the fuel that powers the engine of success, and without it, we would have no direction, no purpose, and no drive. When you are truly hungry for something, when your desire is real and strong, nothing and no one can stand in your way. Desire is the first step in every journey toward greatness. It's the spark that ignites the fire of determination and commitment. Think about the times in your life when you have been most successful. What got you there? What made you push through the struggles, the failures, and the moments when giving up seemed like the easy option? It was your desire to succeed, to achieve something greater than yourself, to prove to the world, most importantly to yourself, that you are capable of more. Desire gives you the strength to endure when others fall by the wayside, and it gives you the focus to stay on track when distractions try to pull you in every direction. It's a force that cannot be denied because it is deeply connected to who you are and what you want to become. But it's important to recognize that desire is not just about wanting something in the material sense. It's not just about money, fame, or possessions. Desire in its purest form is about the hunger to grow, to be better, and to evolve into the person you were meant to be. It's about the desire to push past your limitations and to live a life that is full of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. The power of desire is rooted in the belief that you are capable of achieving more than you currently have, and that you are worthy of success and happiness. It's about tapping into the limitless potential that lies within you, that spark of greatness that exists in every one of us. Desire is the belief in your own power and the determination to bring that power to life. The thing about desire is that it never comes to us fully formed. It's not something that just shows up one day and tells us exactly what we need to do. Desire begins as a seed planted in the soil of your heart and mind. It's a thought, an idea, or a vision of what could be. And just like a seed, it needs to be nurtured, cared for, and cultivated in order to grow. If you don't feed your desire, it will wither and die. You need to continually pour energy into it through hard work, perseverance, and belief in yourself. Desire requires dedication. It requires a willingness to take risks and make sacrifices. When your desire is strong enough, you will be willing to do whatever it takes to make it a reality. However, there's a trap that many of us fall into when it comes to desire. We allow our fears, doubts, and insecurities to drown it out. We allow ourselves to become comfortable in our current situations, thinking that we don't deserve more or that it's too late to change. We let life's challenges convince us that we're not capable of achieving our dreams, and we begin to settle for less. But that's where desire comes in. It pushes us beyond our comfort zones, beyond the barriers we've placed around ourselves. Desire calls us to rise above our fears and take action even when the path ahead is unclear. It's the voice inside that keeps saying, you're more than this. You can do more. You can have more. That voice is the voice of desire, urging you to go after what you want, no matter the cost. There will be moments when your desire will be tested. There will be times when the challenges seem too big, when the obstacles feel impossible to overcome. But if you can hold on to that desire, if you can keep it burning inside of you, it will guide you through the toughest times. Desire is a powerful force, but it requires faith and persistence. It's not enough to want something, you must be willing to do the work. You must be willing to face failure, to endure pain, and to keep going even when the odds are against you. Desire without action is nothing more than a dream, but desire with action is the catalyst for real transformation. When you tap into the power of desire, you unlock a part of yourself that you didn't even know existed. It's the part of you that is unshakable, relentless, and capable of achieving greatness. Desire is the key to unlocking your full potential and turning your dreams into reality. The power of desire is within you. It's always been there, waiting for you to tap into it. When you become truly hungry for your success, for your purpose, for your potential, you will see that nothing is out of reach. The journey won't always be easy, but with desire driving you forward, you will have the strength and determination to keep moving, no matter what. Desire is the fire that burns inside you, and it's the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted. You were born with greatness. You might not always feel it, but deep inside you lies an incredible potential, an untapped reservoir of talent, ambition, and power that has been placed there for a reason. The truth is that greatness isn't something reserved for a select few. It isn't a trait that only a small group of people are born with, or something that only happens to the lucky ones. Greatness is in you, and it always has been. The challenge is not in finding it, but in recognizing it and allowing it to guide you toward the life you're meant to live. From the moment you were born, you were designed with purpose, with vision, and with the capacity to achieve far beyond what you may have thought was possible. When you were born, you came into this world with the ability to create, to inspire, and to make a difference. Look at a newborn baby. They're full of potential, full of possibility. That same potential is within you, even now, no matter what age you are, where you are in life. It's easy to forget that, especially when the world starts placing labels on us, telling us who we are, what we can or can't do, and what we should expect from our lives. But just because the world tells you what you should be doesn't mean that's who you really are. Society may try to limit your vision, but deep inside, you know there's more for you. More that you're capable of, more that you're destined to do. There is a fire inside of you that has been there from the very beginning. It's the spark that drives your dreams, your goals, and your desires. It's what makes you look at a challenge and say, I can overcome that. It's what makes you believe that there's a future out there for you that is bright, full of possibility, and waiting to be claimed. You were born with greatness, not because you were perfect, but because you were born with the ability to grow, learn, and to become who you are meant to be. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you encounter, is an opportunity to refine that greatness, to unlock more of your potential, and move closer to the person you are destined to become. Greatness isn't something you have to go out and find because it's already inside you. It's not about changing who you are or becoming someone different. It's about uncovering the power, the strength, and the talent that you were born with. Too often people look outside themselves for the source of their greatness, waiting for someone to give them permission or a stamp of approval. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's permission to be great. You were born with that permission from the very start. You were born to succeed, to lead, to inspire, and to create something meaningful. Greatness is not about external accolades or recognition. It's about tapping into that deep internal power that resides within you and allowing it to drive you forward. But greatness doesn't come easily. It's not about waiting for the right moment or the right conditions. Greatness is about courage, the courage to step into your potential, the courage to take risks, and the courage to face adversity. You may face challenges that try to make you doubt your abilities. You may encounter setbacks that make you question your path. But in those moments, you have to remember, greatness is born from overcoming obstacles, from rising after you've fallen, from continuing to push forward when everything seems against you. Greatness doesn't just happen, it's built through resilience, persistence, and a willingness to continue even when the road gets tough. The more you embrace who you are, the more you unlock your potential and start to realize that you were always meant for greatness. You have within you the power to change your circumstances, to break free from limitations, and to create a future that aligns with the vision in your heart. The key is to believe that you are worthy of that greatness. Many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy, thinking that they are not enough or that their dreams are too big. But you were born with greatness, and that means you are enough. You have everything you need to succeed right now. It's simply about tapping into that power and having the faith to trust in your journey, knowing that every step you take is leading you closer to the greatness that is already within you. When you acknowledge that you were born with greatness, everything changes. You stop seeing yourself as limited by your current circumstances. You stop comparing yourself to others and instead focus on the unique gifts and talents you have. You begin to see the world as full of opportunities, not obstacles. And most importantly, you start to live with the belief that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Greatness is not reserved for a few lucky individuals. It's kids in all of us waiting to be unleashed. Your journey, your purpose, and your success are all part of the greatness you were born with. You have everything you need inside of you to rise above any challenge and to create a life that reflects the amazing potential you were born with. So don't sell yourself short. Don't let the opinions or limitations of others define you. You were born with greatness, and it's time to embrace it. It's time to rise to claim your power and to step into the incredible future that awaits you. Greatness is your birthright, and it's time for you to live it. Overcoming doubt and fear is one of the most powerful steps you can take in your journey towards success. Everyone has faced moments of self-doubt, moments when fear has crept in and told us that we're not good enough or that our dreams are too big to achieve. But the truth is that these feelings, though natural, are not the things that define us. They are simply obstacles in our path, challenges to overcome, and tests of our determination and resolve. It's not that doubt and fear don't exist. It's how we choose to respond to them. It determines whether we allow them to hold us back or whether we use them as fuel to propel us forward. The key to overcoming doubt and fear is not to eliminate them, but to learn how to move through them, how to act in spite of them, and how to keep going even when they seem to be screaming in our ears. The first step in overcoming doubt and fear is recognizing that they are not truths, they are just thoughts and feelings that come and go. Often we treat our doubts as though they are facts, as though the voice of fear is the voice of reason. But fear is not rational. It doesn't see your potential. It only sees the worst case scenario, focusing on the things that could go wrong rather than what could go right. It tells you that you're not enough, that you're not capable, or that you're not worthy of success. But you don't have to listen to that voice. Just because you hear it doesn't mean you have to act on it. In fact, when you start to see fear for what it is, an illusion that holds no real power over you, can begin to release its grip and take action anyway. Doubt often stems from a place of uncertainty. We doubt ourselves because we're afraid of the unknown, and the unknown can be intimidating. We don't always know how things will turn out, and that can lead to fear of failure. But failure isn't the end of the world, it's simply a part of the journey. Every successful person has encountered failure. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is their ability to keep going in the face of it. Is their ability to learn from failure, to see it as a stepping stone, not a dead end. When you doubt yourself, remember that doubt is not an indicator of your capabilities. It is simply a reflection of the uncertainty that comes with growth. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more you expand your capacity, and the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of doing what you once thought impossible. Fear also has a way of magnifying the risks and minimizing the rewards. It makes you focus on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. But success is not achieved by playing it safe. It's achieved by taking risks, stepping out in faith, and choosing to act even when things are uncertain. If you let fear control you, you'll never take those steps. You'll stay stuck in the same place, never moving forward. But when you push through fear, you open the door to opportunity. You open the door to growth, to progress, and to success. You have to ask yourself, what's worse, the fear of taking action or the regret of never trying. Regret will haunt you far longer than fear ever could, and it's much more difficult to live with. When you act in the face of fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than it. You show yourself that you are capable of facing adversity and coming out on the other side. It's also important to understand that doubt and fear are often a result of comparison. We look at others who seem to have it all figured out, and we measure our progress against theirs. This only fuels our feelings of inadequacy. The truth is, everyone's journey is different. You don't know what anyone else has gone through to get where they are. And comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 is a recipe for self-doubt. Instead, focus on your own path. Focus on your own progress. Celebrate the small victories along the way and understand that your journey is just as valuable, just as important, and just as meaningful as anyone else's. When you stop comparing and start believing in your own unique potential, the grip of fear and doubt loosens. Overcoming doubt and fear also requires surrounding yourself with positivity and encouragement. The people you spend time with play a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt will feel stronger. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who challenge you to be your best, you begin to yourself more. You start to see your potential through the eyes of those who support you. Having a positive support system can help drown out the voice of fear and replace it with the belief that you can achieve your goals. Another key to overcoming fear is action. Fear loves inaction. It thrives when you hesitate, when you procrastinate, and when you second-guess yourself. But when you take action, even if it's imperfect action, fear starts to lose its power. Every step you take toward your goal builds momentum and confidence, and with every step you silence that voice of doubt just a little more. Action breeds confidence, and confidence helps you take even bigger steps. The more you act, the less you doubt, and the more you realize that fear is just an illusion designed to keep you stuck. In the end, overcoming doubt and fear is about embracing your own power and realizing that you are capable of far more than you think. Fear and doubt will always be a part of life, but they don't have to control your decisions or dictate your future. You have the strength within you to rise above them, to take action, and to create the life you truly desire. The choice is yours. Let doubt and fear hold you back, or let them push you forward toward greatness. The decision to overcome them lies within you, and when you make that choice, nothing can stand in your way. The willingness to sacrifice is one of the most defining traits of anyone who has achieved significant success. It is the key that unlocks the door to greatness. It is something that every successful person understands deeply. Sacrifice is not an easy word to embrace, especially in a world where instant gratification is the norm and way people seek comfort and noise. But true success is never achieved by taking the easy road. Success is built on the foundation of sacrifice, the willingness to give up something valuable now in order to achieve something even more valuable later. It's about understanding that the path to your dreams will not always be smooth or comfortable, but it's through the sacrifices you make that you will grow, evolve, and ultimately reach your potential. Sacrifice comes in many forms, and it doesn't always mean giving up something huge. Sometimes it's about small, everyday choices that compound over time. Maybe it's staying up late to work on your goals when everyone else is resting. Maybe it's saying no to a night out with friends because you have a deadline to meet or a project to complete. It's the daily commitment to your vision that requires you to make sacrifices. Success is not something that happens overnight. It's a result of consistent, deliberate effort over time, and that effort requires sacrifice. You have to be willing to put in the work, to invest your time and energy even when it's difficult or when the results are not immediately visible. It's about giving up your current comfort and short-term pleasures for the long-term rewards that are yet to come. Sacrifice also means letting go of certain things that no longer serve you. It's about shedding the old habits, the negative influences, and the distractions that keep you from reaching your highest potential. If you want to achieve something great, you have to create space in your life for it. That means saying no to things, people, and activities that drain your energy and don't align with your goals. It means letting go of the comfort of familiarity and embracing the unknown, the unfamiliar, and sometimes the uncomfortable. If you continue to hold on to things that keep you stuck, you will never be able to move forward. Sacrifice is the key to unlocking that forward momentum. It's the willingness to prioritize what matters most over what is easy or what feels good in the moment. One of the most significant sacrifices people must make in the pursuit of their dreams is the sacrifice of time. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. The question is, how are you using your time? Are you spending it on things that bring you closer to your goals, or are you wasting it on distractions, procrastination, or things that don't add value to your life? The willingness to sacrifice time is one of the hardest, but most necessary elements of achieving success. It requires you to be intentional about how you use your time, to make choices that align with your long-term vision. It's about saying no to the things that waste your time so you can say yes to the things that move you forward. In the pursuit of success, you will also be asked to sacrifice your own comfort and your own sense of security. This is one of the most difficult sacrifices because comfort is something that we all crave. It feels good to be in familiar, safe spaces to avoid risk and uncertainty. But the truth is, nothing great ever happens in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone, when you take risks, when you put yourself in situations that challenge you. Sacrifice means being willing to take those risks, to face the unknown, and to move through discomfort. It means understanding that growth and success often come with moments of fear, doubt, and insecurity. But it's in those moments that you must push forward, knowing that the discomfort is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. Another sacrifice that comes with success is the sacrifice of other people's expectations. Society, friends, family, and colleagues will often tell you what they think is best for you. They may try to steer you toward a safe, conventional path because that's what they know and that's what feels secure. But you were not born to live a life of mediocrity. You were born to achieve something extraordinary, and sometimes that means stepping away from the expectations others have for you and forging your own path. It's not always easy to disappoint those around you, but the most successful people are the ones who have the courage to stay true to their own vision, even when it's not popular or understood by others. Sacrificing the approval or expectations of others can be one of the hardest decisions you'll make. But it's one of the most empowering steps you can take in your journey to success. In the end, sacrifice is not something to be feared or avoided. It is the very thing that propels you toward your dreams. Every sacrifice you make is an investment in your future. It's an act of self-discipline, of commitment, and of faith in the process. The sacrifices you make today will pay off in ways that you can't even imagine. They will shape you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the success that lies ahead. Remember, success is not for the faint of heart. It is for those who are willing to give up what is easy and comfortable in order to achieve something greater. The willingness to sacrifice is the price you pay for greatness, and it's a price worth paying. When you look back at your life and see how far you've come, you will realize that every sacrifice was worth it because it brought you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Persistence is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It's the ability to keep going, no matter how many obstacles stand in your way or how many times you fall. It's the quality that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up too soon. The power of persistence lies in its ability to transform failure into success, to turn setback opportunities, and to keep you moving forward when the road ahead seems uncertain. Persistence is the belief that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that with time and effort you can overcome anything. It's a muscle you can strengthen, a mindset you can cultivate, and a determination you can rely on when everything else seems to be falling apart. When you are persistent, you don't see failure as the end of the road. Instead, you see it as a lesson, an opportunity to learn, grow, and adapt. Every time you face a setback, you have the choice to either let it defeat you or use it as fuel to keep going. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by embracing it. learning from it, and pushing forward despite it. They understood that success is not linear. It's not a straight path from point A to point B. There are detours, roadblocks, and moments of doubt along the way, but persistence is the force that keeps you moving through them. It's the resilience to rise after every fall, to try again after every failure, and to keep working toward your goal, no matter how long it takes. Persistence also means not allowing other people's doubts and opinions to deter you. In the face of criticism, rejection, and negativity, persistence keeps you grounded in your own vision. People will try to tell you what you can and can't do. They will tell you that your dreams are too big or that your goals are unrealistic. But persistence is the refusal to accept those limitations. It's the understanding that others' opinions are not the defining factor of your potential. It's about staying focused on your own path, no matter how many distractions or negative voices surround you. When you're persistent, you don't need the approval of others to believe in your dreams. You become your own greatest supporter. And that inner belief carries you through the tough times. There will be times when persistence feels like it's not enough, when no matter how hard you work, you don't see the results you expect. It's easy in those moments to become discouraged, to question whether you're doing the right thing or whether you should just quit. But this is exactly when persistence matters the most. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is often the ability to keep going when the results aren't immediate. The world doesn't always reward effort right away, but that doesn't mean your efforts aren't valuable. Success takes time. Sometimes it takes more time than you think, and that's where persistence is key. It's about trusting the process, continuing to give your best effort, and believing that the results will come, even if they're not visible right away. Persistence also helps you to stay focused and disciplined in the face of distractions. In today's world, it's easy to get sidetracked by the next shiny object or to lose motivation when things get tough. But persistence is about maintaining your focus on your end goal, even when distractions are all around you. It's about saying no to the things that don't serve your purpose, staying committed to your vision and the consistent work that is required to achieve your dreams. It's not always about making grand gestures or huge leaps forward. It's about taking small, consistent steps every single day, no matter how hard it may seem in the moment. Persistence also means embracing discomfort and challenge. It's easy to give up when things get hard or when you feel like you're not making progress. But true growth happens when you push through discomfort, when you do the hard work that others are unwilling to do. When you persist in the face of adversity, you build strength, resilience, and character. It's those tough moments, the ones that challenge you the most, that shape you into the person you need to become in order to achieve your goals. Persistence is the courage to face those challenges head on, to keep going even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. One of the most important aspects of persistence is the ability to adapt. It's not about doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. It's about staying flexible, learning from your mistakes and adjusting your approach when necessary. Persistence doesn't mean being stubborn. It means being willing to keep trying, to keep improving, and to keep evolving until you find the right way to reach your goal. Sometimes you'll need to pivot or change your strategy, but the key is to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. The power of persistence lies in your ability to continue to adjust and to keep fighting for what you believe in, no matter how many times you need to change direction. In the end, persistence is a combination of passion, determination, and belief. It's the fire that keeps you going when everything else seems to be working against you. The power of persistence is the power to transform your dreams into reality, to push past the obstacles, overcome the challenges, and to continue when it feels like giving up would be the easier choice. With persistence, there is no such thing as failure. There are only lessons, growth, and the inevitable achievement of your goals. When you learn to persist, you unlock the limitless potential within you and begin to see that nothing is impossible. The key to success is simple: keep going, keep believing, keep working, keep moving forward. And most importantly, remember to Taking full responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering and transformative decisions you can make. It is the understanding that regardless of the circumstances, you are the one in control of your thoughts, actions, and reactions and reality. When you take full responsibility, you stop blaming external factors, people, or past experiences for where you are in life. You acknowledge that the results you have, both good and bad, are the direct result of your own choices. This shift in mindset is not only liberating, but it also empowers you to make the changes necessary to improve your situation. It means no longer playing the victim or waiting for someone else to solve your problems. Instead, it means recognizing that you have the power to create the life you want, and you are the one who is responsible for doing so. At its core, taking responsibility is about owning your actions and decisions. Too often, people look for someone or something to blame when things go wrong. They point fingers at their upbringing, their lack of resources, or their unfortunate circumstances. While external factors can play a role, they do not define your potential or your future. Your actions, your choices, and your attitude are what determine your outcomes. When you take full responsibility, you stop giving your power away to those external factors. You stop saying, "I can't because of this," and start saying, "I can despite this." This shift in mindset changes everything. It places you in the driver's seat of your life and gives you the freedom to steer yourself in the direction you want to go. You realize that your past does not have to define your future. The mistakes you've made, the failures you've experienced, and the setbacks you've faced are not barriers to success. They are lessons there and prepare you for what's to come. Taking full responsibility also means being honest with yourself. It requires self-awareness and the courage to face the hard truths. When things aren't going well, it's easy to blame others or make excuses, but the real growth happens when you take a step back and ask yourself, what can I do differently? This question shifts the focus away from others and places the responsibility firmly on your shoulders. It requires you to examine your habits, your mindset, and your actions. Are you doing everything you can to reach your goals? Are you truly committed to making the changes necessary to succeed? Are you holding yourself accountable for your own progress, or are you waiting for someone else to make it happen? When you take responsibility, you are saying, "I will do whatever it takes to make my dreams a reality." Taking responsibility also means understanding the power of your choices. Every day we are faced with decisions that shape our lives. Whether it's the way we react to challenges, the way we treat others, or the way we manage our time, our choices matter. When you take full responsibility, you realize that every choice you make, no matter how small, has an impact on your future. You stop blaming bad luck, external circumstances, or the actions of others for the state of your life. Instead, you take ownership of your decisions and recognize that you are the one creating the outcomes in your life. When you fully understand this, you start making more intentional and conscious choices. You become more disciplined, more focused, and more committed to the actions that will bring you closer to your goals. You stop reacting to life and start actively creating the life you want to live. Taking full responsibility is not about being perfect, it's about being accountable. It's about understanding that mistakes and failures are inevitable, but they don't define you. When you make a mistake, you don't beat yourself up or make excuses. Instead, you take responsibility for it, learn from it, and move forward. This mindset allows you to grow, adapt, and improve. Every failure becomes a stepping stone to success when you take full responsibility. You stop allowing failures to hold you back, and instead you use them as opportunities to learn and grow. This is the true power of taking responsibility. It's not about avoiding mistakes, but about learning from them and using them to become a better version of yourself. One of the most powerful aspects of taking responsibility is the sense of empowerment it brings. When you take full responsibility, you realize that you are not at the mercy of anyone or anything. You are in control of your own destiny. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your circumstances. This realization is liberating because it shifts the focus from what's out of your control to what's within your control. You are no longer waiting for permission, validation, or external circumstances to align. You take action, and you do what needs to be done, regardless of the obstacles or challenges in your way. This mindset gives you the resilience and determination to keep going, even when things get tough. It allows you to persevere, adapt, and continue moving forward with confidence. Taking full responsibility also means embracing your power to influence others. When you take responsibility for your own actions and decisions, you set an example for those around you. People are drawn to those who take ownership of their lives, who lead by example, and who take charge of their own destinies. Your actions inspire others to do the same. By taking responsibility, you create a ripple effect that influences your family, your friends, and your community in a positive way. You show them that it is possible to take control of your life, to overcome obstacles, and to achieve success through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. In the end, taking full responsibility is about empowerment. It's about realizing that you have the power to shape your own life and to create the future you desire. It's about accepting that the choices you make, the actions you take, and the mindset you cultivate are all within your control. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for the world to change, you start changing yourself. And in doing so, you change the world around you. The power to create your ideal life lies within you, and it begins with taking full responsibility for who you are, and where you're going. Surrounding yourself with greatness is one of the most powerful actions you can take on your journey towards success. The people you choose to spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset, your habits, and your overall outlook on life. We are deeply influenced by the energy, the values, and the attitudes of those around us, whether we realize it or not. When you surround yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and uplift you, you begin to embody the qualities that make them great. Greatness is contagious, and when you immerse yourself in an environment that encourages growth, excellence, and ambition, it becomes much easier to rise to the occasion and reach your full potential. The people around you play a significant role in shaping your belief system. If you surround yourself with individuals who are negative, complacent, or unmotivated in your set for your own life, you'll find yourself doubting your abilities, second-guessing your decisions, and questioning whether your dreams are truly achievable. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who are driven, passionate, and focused on their own personal growth, their mindset will challenge you to think bigger, push harder, and believe more strongly in your own capabilities. The more you expose yourself to greatness, the more it becomes a natural part of who you are. You begin to raise your standards, then to set higher goals and expect more from yourself. Greatness does not always mean fame or wealth. It's not just about being successful in the conventional sense, it's about being the best version of yourself and continually striving for improvement. People who embody greatness are those who have mastered the art of perseverance, who are dedicated to their craft, and who refuse to settle for mediocrity. They understand that success is not handed to you on a silver platter, it's earned through hard work, resilience, and a relentless commitment to personal development. These individuals inspire you by showing you what's possible when you put in the effort and never give up. By surrounding yourself with people who exemplify these qualities, you will naturally adopt their mindset and adopt the belief that you too can achieve greatness. Another crucial aspect of surrounding yourself with greatness is the way it elevates your thinking. People who are genuinely great are always looking for ways to improve, innovate, and challenge the status quo. Their level of thinking goes beyond the ordinary, and their ability to see new possibilities and opportunities is inspiring. Being around such individuals helps you to expand your own thinking, to move away from limited beliefs, and to start considering new approaches to achieving your goals. When you surround yourself with people who think at a higher level, you begin to think bigger and aim higher yourself. You'll find that the ideas you once thought were too ambitious are now within reach, and you begin to look for creative solutions to problems instead of simply accepting things as they are. Greatness also teaches you the importance of accountability. When you surround yourself with high-achieving individuals, you find yourself held to a higher standard. These people are not afraid to tell you the truth, to offer constructive criticism, and to challenge you when you're not giving your best effort. They won't let you settle for mediocrity because they know you're capable of more, and they see the potential in you even when you may not see it in yourself. Accountability from great individuals pushes you to show up consistently, to do the work, and to keep improving even when you don't feel like it. This kind of environment creates a sense of responsibility not only to yourself but also to those around you. You don't want to let down the people who are helping you become your best, and so you put in the effort and take ownership of your actions. Surrounding yourself with greatness is also about building a network of people who support and uplift each other. Greatness is never achieved in isolation. When you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, you create a sense of community where everyone is sent toward their own goals while also supporting the goals of others. This mutual support fosters collaboration, creativity, and a sense of camaraderie. You learn from one another's successes and failures, share ideas and resources, and inspire each other to keep pushing forward. There's a shared energy and motivation that comes from being part of a group of people who are all committed to growth and excellence. This type of environment not only accelerates your progress, but also makes the journey more fulfilling and enjoyable. Another powerful aspect of surrounding yourself with greatness is the way it expands your opportunities. When you are connected with people who are successful, driven, and influential, you open the door to new possibilities. These individuals often have access to resources, connections, and opportunities that you might not otherwise have. By being in their circle, you gain exposure to new ideas, collaborations, and ventures that can propel you forward in ways you never imagined. The relationships you build with great people can provide you with mentorship, advice, and guidance that can help you avoid pitfalls and make better decisions along the way. Greatness attracts greatness, and by aligning yourself with people who are where you want to be, you naturally position yourself for greater opportunities and success. It's also essential to note that surrounding yourself with greatness doesn't mean you should only seek out people who are already successful. Sometimes the greatest individuals are those who are on the same journey as you, working toward their own goals and striving to improve every day. The key is to find people who are committed to growth and who are willing to support and challenge you in your pursuit of greatness. These individuals might not have achieved all of their dreams yet, but their determination, work ethic, and mindset are already paving the way for their success. Being around these kinds of people can be just as impactful as being around those who have already reached the top, because they remind you that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Ultimately, surrounding yourself with greatness is about consciously choosing the people and environments that will elevate your life. It's about being intentional with your relationships and surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and help you grow. When you do this, you create an atmosphere of success, motivation, and possibility that will propel you toward your own greatness. The people you spend the most time with have the power to shape who you become. So choose wisely and align yourself with those who will take you higher, push you further, and help you realize the best version of yourself. Never stop growing, for life is a continuous journey of evolution and discovery. The moment you stop growing, you stop evolving. You become stagnant, trapped in a state of complacency, and your potential begins to shrink. Growth is the key to unlocking the fullness of your life, and it is not something that should be confined to certain seasons or phases of your life. It's a lifelong process. When you commit to the idea of never stopping your growth, you accept the fact that there is always more to learn, more to experience, and more to become. Growth doesn't happen by chance, it happens by choice. It happens when you decide to keep pushing forward, even when things seem uncertain, and when you embrace the discomfort that comes with progress. The journey of personal growth starts with the willingness to challenge yourself. The easy path is often the one that requires the least effort, but it is also the one that leads to stagnation. The most growth happens when you step outside of your comfort zone, when you face your fears, and when you push yourself to do things you've never done before. This may mean taking risks, learning new skills, or exploring unfamiliar areas of your life. Growth isn't always easy, and sometimes it involves overcoming obstacles that seem insurmountable, but it is through these challenges that we discover our true strength and capacity. Growth is built on the foundation of adversity. Each time you overcome a challenge, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Growth isn't always about achieving the goal, it's about who you become in the process. At its core, never stopping your growth means never losing sight of the fact that you are capable of more than you think. It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous improvement and embracing the idea that no matter how much you've accomplished, there is always room for more. This mindset keeps you humble, open, and willing to learn. When you adopt the philosophy of never stopping your growth, you reject the idea that there is a point where you've learned everything you need to know. Instead, you become a lifelong learner, always seeking new knowledge, new experiences, and new ways to expand your perspective. Growth comes from the willingness to learn from everyone and everything around you, the successes and failures, the people you meet, and the circumstances you encounter. You understand that learning is not just about acquiring new facts, but about developing the wisdom to apply that knowledge in meaningful ways. Personal growth also involves self-reflection. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, to be so focused on external achievements that we forget to check in with ourselves. But true growth comes when you take the time to look inward, to examine your thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs. Self-reflection allows you to identify areas where you can improve and gives you the clarity to make necessary changes. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and acknowledging the areas where you need to grow. This process can be uncomfortable as it requires vulnerability and honesty, but is the key to unlocking deeper levels of growth. The more you understand yourself, the more you can develop and become the person you are meant to be. Growth requires you to be brutally honest with yourself and courageous enough to make the necessary changes. Never stopping your growth also means embracing change. Change is inevitable, and it is one of the most important aspects of personal development. Yet many people resist change because it feels uncertain or uncomfortable. However, change is a natural part of life, and it is often a catalyst for growth. When you embrace change, you open yourself up to new possibilities and new ways of thinking. You become adaptable, flexible, and more willing to take on new challenges. Change brings about the opportunity to reinvent yourself, to shed old habits and thought patterns that no longer serve you, and to step into the next version of yourself. The more open you are to change, the more opportunities you will find for growth, and the more you will stretch yourself to reach new heights. Change is the breeding ground for personal transformation, and without it, growth would be impossible. As you continue to grow, you begin to realize that growth is not just about individual achievement, it's about how you impact the world around you. As you evolve, you become a greater source of inspiration and support for those around you. The more you grow, the more you can help others grow, whether it's by sharing your knowledge, offering guidance, or simply leading by example. Growth creates a ripple effect that spreads outward. When you grow, you uplift others in the process, and when others see your growth, it encourages them to embark on their own journey of self-improvement. The value of growth goes beyond just personal development. It creates a community of people who are constantly striving to better themselves and contribute to the greater good. By never stopping your growth, you become a positive influence in the lives of others, inspiring them to continue their own path toward greatness. It's important to recognize that growth is not always a linear process. There will be times when it feels like you're taking one step. This is part of the process, and it is important to remember that setbacks do not mean failure.